My name is Irene Kang. I am a freelance fitness instructor and I just finished teaching a 1-hour jumping fitness class in Jumping Singapore. Jumping Singapore is a social enterprise related to New Hope Community Services. I am a breast cancer survivor, stage 3A, HER2 positive, back in 2012 July, and it's coming to my 10th year. There wasn't any family history. I was the first in the family to have any form of cancer, and I discovered it in precisely June. How I discovered was I was using my left hand, somehow touched my right breast, and I discovered a very solid lump on my south part of my right breast, and I panicked. And I immediately knew that something was not right. That's how I knew that I had to take action immediately. And I went straight without appointment to NUH. The doctor looked at me. I think he was trying to make me feel comfortable, but I think at that time he already knew it was breast cancer, and he told me to go for further tests, which I did. And like 4 days later, came out that it's confirmed breast cancer stage 2 at that time. I recall I was in front of an official nurse. I was sitting there crying and crying and crying non-stop. And I felt very sorry for myself at that time. I felt lost as well. But I knew one thing in my mind at that time was, despite all this, I knew I can get through it. But it's just the sadness that came into me that I kept crying in the clinic while they were talking to me how to prepare myself. At the time, my children was very young, my pair of twins. I don't think they understood what the mother is going through. I didn't really tell them exactly what I'm going through for fear that they are too young to understand. Before the operation, of course, I spent quite a bit of time with my doctors discussing whether I want a lumpectomy or a mastectomy. And this is a standard procedure that most breast cancer women would have to go through. Finally, I confirmed, discussing with my doctor, I wanted mastectomy and reconstruction. Once that was done, confirmed paperwork all signed, I went straight to operation. It was an 8-hour operation. When I woke up, things were different. I felt different, but I was still very determined to pull through. After my operation 1 month later, I had to start my chemotherapy immediately. First attempt at chemotherapy at NUH was quite okay, but it was the second one that I went through after that I felt my body was feeling horrible. I struggled. And the third cycle, it got worse. I lost my hair on the third cycle, and I accepted it because I realized it's part of the process. The fourth cycle I went through, I became fearful. Even the night before going for chemo, I refused to go. It was my family who encouraged, you must persevere and continue. I survived the chemo, I think the strong ones, the fourth cycle. I went through it. I suffered a lot physically. Mentally took a toll on me subsequently. I had a bit of mental issue. I had depression. So my family brought me to NUH, the psychiatrist, to check on me. And they confirmed that I have an adjustment disorder. And I couldn't accept, in other words. They also confirmed that I am in a clinical depression. And they gave me medication as a result. I took the medication, but I felt that it took another toll on my body. And I told my family I need to stop the chemotherapy because I said I cannot take it anymore. And I took about 3 months break before I continue with my chemo. During this 3 months, I was really depressed. I was struggling to accept, I was struggling to overcome the challenge. I think into January or February, I became stronger. I started to have friends coming, church friends coming to my house, praying with me, visiting me. And that's where I got my strength back spiritually, my religion. And I started praying, and that's how I realized that actually God is watching me. And that's where I started to regain back my confidence. One of the key health reasons. Jumping has a very unique area that other fitness doesn't have. One is very key is the lymphatic system. Why I got stage 2 and then after operation they upgraded me to stage 3A is because it has spread to my lymphatic system. So Jumping Fitness is a program that has a very good drainage on the lymphatic system. And number 2 is, as a result of comparing with different fitness, I realized one key benefit of jumping is it has lesser impact on the knee. I don't feel the knee and my foot is hurting. And that is exactly why I could teach 3 hours back to back. Because of these 2 key reasons, I find jumping is very, very suitable. In the past, we had this program that I have set up. We set up a group of these survivors together, about 12 members. We come together regularly on a Saturday morning to jump, and before that, we share. Sharing part is very important because it forms a part where support is there. You're not alone. And because of the support together, we have group chat, right? They continue to be engaged and to encourage each other to continue to exercise. The important thing I like to advise women is self-examination. Our body changes very regularly, especially women of a certain age after giving birth. Their hormonal change, right? It's very important that they self-inspect regularly. As regular as once a week. When you're doing a shower, about to go to bed, self-inspect. In addition to that, I encourage women to go to the hospital or the clinic to do a mammogram. If any women feel any changes in your body, say for example, sudden loss of weight, keep coughing, unusual discharge, or always perpetually feeling fatigue. These are symptoms to tell the women, go to the hospital immediately. Don't hesitate. Don't push it aside. Take action immediately. Reason is because early detection can save someone's life. The thing I like to tell women is be brave, pick up the courage. Adversity actually builds your character. Seeing me is believing. Have faith and take action.